Can we hear me here? Today we're going to demo a Windows 7 deployment. We've developed a few automated processes, so to make sure we can get things done in 7 minutes, the first thing we're going to do is kick off the install. All right, so we're going here. We're a local nonprofit. My name is Casey. This is Sam. Out of curiosity, has anyone heard of us? Yeah, we got a few hands that aren't our staff here, so good. My disclaimer here is this will be very PG. If we can get the VGA port on here too, we'll see what's going on. All right, so we've kicked off a fresh install. While that goes, I'll explain what we do and why we do it. So we are a local nonprofit. We provide free pickup, data wiping, and recycling service for businesses. We take all the computers we get, we refurbish them, and hand them out to nonprofits, or hand them out to nonprofits and local families. In 2008, we established our corporate headquarters here in St. Paul, and we had a very manual process. Throughout an entire day, our techs working, we could get 8 to 10 computers fully refurbished. A couple months after opening, we had 1,000 family waiting lists looking to get computers. So we realized to meet the demand, we needed to automate, we needed to simplify our systems. We have a very limited budget and a small staff. So we've developed the process we're going to show here today, which can get us into the Windows desktop in less than 3 minutes, get a computer fully refurbished in 7 minutes. With this process, our tech staff of 4 can fully refurbish 150 computers a day. Since we've developed this, we've got our 1,000 family waiting list down to 0, and now we accept walk-ins all the time. We're giving out 35 computers a day here in St. Paul to families that can make use of them. So to explain our process, the first thing that we do for our imaging is we create an image. If anyone has created an image in a corporate environment, you do an install, you put all your programs on it, you capture that image, you're good. The thing is, we don't know what's going to come into us. We get hundreds of different computers, thousands of different pieces of hardware. How do we streamline this? So we take that image and we generalize it. That takes all the unique stuff of the hardware out of the image. Then we created a custom answer file. If anyone has ever installed Windows before, you got to type in the different usernames, select your language, click through it, it takes forever. Our answer file automates all of that. You see, we're already almost into the desktop here of our install. We created that image, we put it on our wiping servers. We can wipe about 100 computers simultaneously. We put the hard drive in, it does a data wipe. After that, it automatically pushes an image back onto the hard drive. Once the data wipe is complete, the image comes out, it goes into our desktops. And that's the process we're seeing here today. So that image, everything is automated, takes us into Windows. So this computer has gone through that process. The next thing we'll see here is we have a program called Eraser. This guarantees if anything ever slips by our data wiping process, which nothing has, Eraser will wipe the free space. So with the Windows install and Eraser's running, we guarantee there's no data left on the drives. So the next step in the process, a bunch of windows will be popping up here as our script's finalized. And if Sam shows the desktop, we can see all of our programs have loaded. Every 3 months we build a rolling image, so it's a new image every 3 months. When we hand out a computer, we want to make sure, Firefox does an update about every 2 weeks, I think. So we want to make sure the newest version of Firefox goes on the computers. The newest version of all the programs go on the computers. If you guys haven't heard of Ninite, it's a great program for that. So after Ninite runs, we come to a program we call Helper. So this is a custom .NET utility. It connects to a web service on a remote CRM. Our techs can log into it, and it authenticates them. Then there's a PID. The PID is a unique computer ID number. Based on that ID, we can tell who donated the computer, when the data wiping on the computer was done. We can tell who the recipient was. Did this computer ever come back for repair? And most importantly, we can quickly authenticate and activate the computer with Microsoft. So this is a GUI that we use. We have a lot of volunteers. We have a lot of interns. Some are very familiar with tech, some aren't. This is a quick GUI interface where we can see the red pops up. This is where we need to do something. Our computers all go out with 2 gigs of RAM. Some come in with none. So this is telling our tech, pull out a little memory out of this one so it can go into the next computer that comes in the line. The next thing is the auto activation. So Microsoft has an authentication process for us. We're a registered refurbisher. Every computer that comes in gets a new copy of Windows 7 installed and activated. Their activation process is very manual. It took us about 15 minutes per computer just to do their activation. We go to a computer with a printer, we type in an old serial number that's on the computer refurbishing, and a new serial number, and we go through the process, which is scripted in the background here. It used to be manual, and it took us the 15 minutes that I mentioned. And then we have to download a PDF, we have to print it, and we have to attach it to every computer that goes out our door. With this scripted process, we're able to, when the Wi-Fi is quicker than here, go through this in about 30 seconds in our office. This is another .NET utility where we scripted their screen. So we took their website, we scripted the screen. It goes through with the serial numbers that are entered, and it automatically downloads the Windows product code. We can then use that Windows product code and activate the computer. This is also stored in our CRM system, so if this computer ever comes back for repair, we just took it up, we already know the Microsoft code. The hardware manifest is automatically synced to our CRM, so if we ever get a call from our clients, we know they're running on a i5 computer with 2 gigs of RAM. They have integrated video. If they're having an issue with a game, we know their specs, we know what they're using, and we can easily and efficiently help them. So that is our activation process. The last thing that's probably not going to work on the Wi-Fi here is we needed to print from a computer without installing a driver. Our solution to do that was using Cloud Print from Google. So we also wrote another .NET utility to use Cloud Print to be able to print the PDFs from the computer we're using to a remote printer anywhere in our office. So the thing I'd like to end with, a call for volunteers. We always have a need to refurbish computers. This should be the crowd for techies, I would hope. If you're interested in that. We're also interested in developing more utilities like this, advancing our CRM, and getting into the phone market. So if anyone wants to see us, our table will be over here. Thanks, everyone.